Number one, muster, verb. To gather or summon. I will read the example sentence. Before the exams begin, the students muster up all their knowledge about the subject. I'm pretty sure this word muster is almost always used with the word up. To muster up.
Muster up.
But to muster up, a lot of times it is used with the word courage. To muster up your courage means you have your courage, but at that specific moment you need it. So to muster up, to gather, to summon your courage, to muster up your courage. I met a very beautiful girl and I was shy, but I mustered up enough courage to ask her for her phone number, to ask her on a date. To muster up courage. In this example sentence, the students muster up all their knowledge about this subject. Muster up knowledge. To muster up.
Can you use summon? Said that summon.
Summon. To summon.
Summon strength. Summon knowledge.
Summon strength. Yeah.
Okay.
To summon courage is, like I said, muster up is used a lot with the word courage. To muster up courage. To muster up your strength. Actually, with strength, summon sounds a little bit more natural. It's very similar meaning. Summon has a wide variety of meanings. I can summon my servant. A lot of times, a king will summon you to come there. Summon can also mean to summon a person, to bring them there. So summon has a wider variety of meanings. Muster is really talking about courage or knowledge. It's talking individually. You feel something like courage or knowledge. You summon it, muster it up.
I think this is a useful expression in a specific context. So, do you have any other synonym?
Synonyms?
Just one.
To muster up the courage, to gather up the courage, to summon the courage, build up enough courage. Number two, subjugated. He wanted to be subjugated and feel like he was working for this woman. Another example sentence. In the 18th century, many subjugated African Americans died of hard labor. It means like enslaved. You are working as a slave, as working for someone else. Usually, subjugated means not by choice.
Forced?
Yeah.
Forced to something.
Forced to be a slave. Forced to do something. This story is actually a little bit different in that he wants to, that's why it's the sentence starts. He wanted to be subjugated. Because normally you don't want to be subjugated. Number three, chauffeur. We talked about this word, a noun, to serve as a driver. Well, it can use as a verb or a noun. He chauffeured me around town. A lot of times when you hear the word chauffeur, I immediately think limousine driver, or just professional driver. A chauffeur is usually someone who does it as their job. You can sometimes use it as just, oh, do you want to be my chauffeur today? Do you want to drive me around today? You can use it like that. But usually, chauffeur service is someone who you call, and they give you a chauffeur to drive you around.
Can you use driver? Would you be my driver today?
No problem. Fine. Yeah, no problem. Chauffeur, I guess, sounds like a French word that is coming to English now. Number four, get in touch. Establish communication with someone. A lot of times this is used when you haven't talked in a while. To get in touch with someone, to find them, to call them, email them, whatever. How is it used in our story? I don't see it in this way. I got in touch and said, it's your lucky day, yeah. It says, it sounds like they had not talked for a couple days or a couple weeks. So then I got in touch with him. I contacted him to contact someone, to establish communication. Number 5, domineering is an adjective. It means very commanding, very arrogant, to assert your will. If you are very domineering, you always force your way. You always try to make the decisions over other people. An example sentence, what I don't like about Anna is her domineering personality. That is a good example sentence. It is often used like that, to have a domineering personality, to be very domineering. In our example, it was used. I don't see it. Do you see it in our example? Domineering.
Still trying to be this domineering, tough woman.
Yeah. I was still trying to be this domineering, tough woman. Okay. Yeah, like that. Because that's what he wanted. Someone to tell him what to do, to force their will upon him. Number 6, nuance. This is the most difficult one to explain. It's a noun. It kind of means a small, subtle difference in meaning or opinion or attitude. In our example, they used it as an adjective, nuanced. Nuanced, that is common too. And nuanced, I'm very bad today. Israel. There we go. A surprisingly nuanced take on the situation. So his, not just a normal view, he had some small difference. Another example sentence, in the debate, the participants had some nuances, but they didn't focus on them too much. Some small differences. You can use this for many different situations. Maybe the way a game, a movie, anything. There can be small, subtle differences that most people would not know, would not see, but an expert would be able to pick up on the subtle nuances, the small differences. Someone who is not inexperienced might not even notice. Yes. And last one, number 7, degrade. To disgrace, to honor, to put someone down. The example sentence, nobody likes to be degraded. If I degrade you, I'm saying bad things about you, putting you down, reducing you. In the example, degrade, a compliment coming from this guy who wants to be abused and degraded. So, yeah, this guy wants him to be put down, this strange guy. Noun would be degradation. The verb is more common, to degrade.
Did you say I reduced you? Is it reduce you?
To reduce.
Reduce. The same meaning.
To reduce. You could not use I reduce you. He reduced me. He reduced me in character or something like that. Yeah. To degrade someone. Trying to think of a good example. Teacher, maybe, will degrade a student who has done something bad. And a lot of times, not necessarily, but a lot of times to degrade someone is when other people are watching or in front of someone. Don't degrade me in public. Like that.
How about wife and husband? They can, can you say his husband degraded? Used to
degraded his wife?
Yeah.
You could say like that.
Degrade.
Insert.
Insert.
Synonym.
Insult.
Insert.
Insult.
Not insert.
Ah.
Insult is hard pronunciation.
Please, once more, the pronunciation.
Insert.
Insert.
INSERT is like
insert.
on the computer. Insert to put in. I insert the money
Right. Insert.
into the vending machine.
Insert coin.
Not insert. Insult.
Insult.
It's
Insert.
instead of o.
Or.
Insert.
O.
Insult.
Insert.
That was good. You nailed it.
Insert. Insult.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Really.
I didn't catch the nuance.
Professional leader, you know?
What did you say? I didn't catch
The nuance.
nuance. That was good.
Yes.
He didn't
Nuance.
catch the nuance. The
Nuance.
small
Small
Yeah.
difference.
difference.
Yes.
Yeah. Insult someone.
Sorry.
Similar. Insult also can be used as a verb or noun. Well, degrade is verb. Degrade is just strong word. And to insult many times and really put down. An insult can be something very short and small. Yes. An insult can be big or small, but to degrade someone it sounds much stronger. So that's the vocabulary words. Let's go to the discussion questions.